What is up, everybody? And today we are back on the channel with some more Madden 26 CFM, and we have made a giant trade, as you can already see by the title of the video and what has just popped up on the screen. And this trade is going to change the Titans franchise for the rest of the series. Honestly, it's a blockbuster by how it looks right now, and it is a little overpriced by, as you can see, in the value and just by what's getting traded. But basically, what's going on is we traded the Cam Ward to the Buccaneers for pick 12, a superstar quarterback in Benjamin Morrison, and Jackson Dart. Now, this is the best trade we could have possibly got. This is like the most value we could have got out of this trade. Because the Buccaneers guy, basically, for almost the entire season, he has wanted a new quarterback. Because, um, in his words, Jackson Dart is just not the best quarterback, okay? He just misses a lot of throws. He's kind of inaccurate. So he wanted to really change up the game. So he was like, yo, I'll send you this. Or technically, not even that. At first, it was just going to be Jackson Dart and pick 13. But I was like, oh, well, Jackson Dart, I'm not going to lie. Jackson Dart is normal dev. He's 90 overall. And you're sending me pick 13 for my franchise quarterback. So then I was like, oh, let me get him Benjamin Morrison. And this guy was like, well, I guess I'm going to have to overpay for Cam Ward. And I was like, yeah. So he just sent me Benjamin Morrison, and that was a trade. So honestly, it is a little bit of a fleece. I mean, it's not like a terrible fleece. I mean, Cam Ward, that's our guy. That's our franchise quarterback. We've been balling with him. I mean, we started with him. He was 75 overall star dev, and we got him up to a 98 overall X Factor with a Super Bowl appearance. That's our dog, and now we basically have to hit the restart button with Jackson Dart being a normal dev. But I will sneak this in before the game starts. So in the league there is like a coin value system, so you get coins for every game you win if you get like pick'ems right. And I did spend a couple of coins to get Jackson Dart up to superstar dev, so I might be cheating a little bit, but hey, this is my first time using coins in the league, and I had to do it. But in Jackson Dart's first game as a Titan, he will be returning to MetLife Stadium as Charlie Smith is here to kick it away to the quarterback Marcus Harris, who has a return, tries to take it up Broadway, but he only gets to the 31-yard line. As on the first play, look at this new look, no X Factor under center. It's a superstar, and on the first play, that team chemistry is already there. Alec Anyumire, the stud wide receiver who was balling out with Cam Ward, decides he's going to keep doing the same thing with Jackson Dart. But on the second play, the run game, getting stopped as always. And I don't know what to do about the run game. I'm such a horrible runner in Madden 26 as Jackson Dart gets it outside to Tony Pollard, and oh, he's looking like he fits right into the system. He's getting good throws already, as now first and 10 from the 39-yard line. He tries to go over the top for Calvin Ridley, but he got stuck on, I believe that was Alec Anyumire there. Now second and 10, Jets send a stunt, and that rush almost got home, but Jackson Dart gets it away in time, but doesn't really matter. It's still deflected. It's now third and 10 from the 39-yard line. Jackson Dart spots a wide open Alec Anyumire, and Jackson Dart will throw his first pass in a Titans uniform in only 4 passes. And guess who it was? Alec Anyumire. I mean, Alec Anyumire has been absolutely dominating defenses early on this season. I mean, he's had what, 200-yard plus games already. So I mean, he's a dog so far. He's our version of last year's Chigoziem Okonkwo, but if Chigoziem Okonkwo got like a lot more receiving yards instead of just receptions, as Breece Hall got out in space there, but Cedric Gray makes up for it, gets him down at the 34-yard line. And going back to this trade, I mean, this trade is honestly crazy for me to think about because, first of all, I'm not even a trade guy in Madden as Jeremiah Smith breaks one tackle and he's now off to the races. Jeremiah Smith cutting back inside, but he gets tackled by Kevin Winston and friends. But I'm not usually a trade guy in Madden. So when this dude came up to me talking about, oh, let me get Cam Ward, I was like, nah, because I honestly tell you something, I hate trading. I just hate. I don't know what it is. It's not that I don't like to trade. I just absolutely hate it. I don't know why. I feel like I can never find the right trade, but this was the right trade. Is now 3rd and 10. Fernando Mendoza finds a wide open Mason Taylor into the end zone for a touchdown. And Mason Taylor cooks my user and the linebacker who was guarding him on that. I guess I don't even know that return post route, whatever it was. It absolutely cooks. But this trade was never going to happen. And then he threw in Benjamin. I I told him to throw in Benjamin Morrison, and honestly, at first I kind of threw it in jokingly because I was like, there's no way this guy willingly puts in his best cornerback. Cause reminder, Benjamin Morrison is his best corner. That's his guy. He's 90 overall, 24 years old. So literally, I think his next best cornerback, as Jackson Dart kind of sails that one. He was 15 yards back. It was Ben. Oh my God, I cannot get Benjamin Morrison, and then the next guy up was some like I think like 85 overall. So Morrison is his best defensive back by a mile, and also his youngest one. So I kind of threw it in there jokingly, not really expecting him to give us Morrison as we absolutely belted Breezy all there. But then this guy was like, yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to overpay. And it's like, yeah, you are gonna have to overpay. Maybe not overpay that much, but look, it still worked out in our favor, and you can't really say anything about it. Cause look at where we are now. As Breesy Hall gets a first down and some extra yardage after catching, our defense gets better by the day to make that type of upgrade without honestly sacrificing any defense that we already had as Breesy Hall's off to the races and he will be going and gone as Chiadobe Awuzie will just eat his dust there and yeah maybe we should have traded for some D-line, but in all retrospect the Buccaneers guy didn't really have any defensive line that we could have made a good trade for. Morrison was the best that we probably could have got. I mean, the other option was Antoine Winfield, but I'm rocking with Kevin Winston Jr. and Amani Hooker back there with our safety, so I didn't really want Antoine Winfield, and also on top of that, he wants a lot of money. So Benjamin Morrison still being on that rookie contract because he is that young. He doesn't want that much money right now. I mean, we have to figure out his situation next year and all, but as of right now, he's kind of a cheap player, so we'll take him for when we can get him as Alec Anyumar gets his third catch on the day to end off our first quarter as we are down 7-14 against the Jets, something that we have not been all season. I honestly think this might be our first time being down in a game. Hold on, wait. This is our first time. We got to get Cam Ward back. Bad decision, obviously. That's my bad. I just thought about it and trade away Cam Ward, and now we're losing for the first time in the game all season. So we got to get rid of Jackson Dart as he almost gets sacked there. And the Jets are sending these D-line stunts, which are absolutely cooking our offensive line. There's just no chance there as Jackson Dart goes underneath for Elegant Umar again, who gets belted again. That's the second time this drive he's getting hit sticked. And what is this glitch? Kim Dike and Alec Onumar are the same person. I don't know if you guys saw, but that route was really messed up. So we spent our first time out. Now 3rd and 7. Jackson Dart high passing it for Alec Onumar, but he cannot come down with the catch. And Joey Sly will have a 51-yard field goal that will be easily up and good. And Joey Sly, I mean, that's the guy. He has the leg. Sometimes he doesn't have the accuracy, which is more on my fault than his fault. But he always has the leg. He'll get us those kicks as, oh my goodness, just no chance there for Adonai Mitchell, who got absolutely belted on the kickoff return. Now 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Fernando Mendoza going for Jeremiah Smith, and it's a perfect throw as he
burn. Amani Hooker there now already in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Fernando Mendoza dropping back to pass, going outside for Adonai Mitchell, who gets the first down. I guess a little bit of a generous spot, but can't really complain. 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line off the RPO, going outside for Mason Taylor. He had a touchdown catch earlier, but this will be a touchdown dropper. I guess not really. It was nowhere close to the end zone. It's now 2nd and 10. Going for Mason Taylor again. He will not drop the ball this time. And just like that, the Jets take a 21 to 10 lead as the crowd's chanting JETS, 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 as the kickoff is away, and Le'Veon Moss will have the return here. He's going up Broadway, he breaks one hit stick, and he will be taken down at the 24-yard line. And this offense needs to get in it, and this is kind of the struggle, I guess, we've been seeing. I guess not really a struggle. You can't really say struggle because we did cook the bill. So I guess it's not really a struggle, but basically a more inconsistent offense to start off the season as Chigoziem Okonkwo gets the reception all the way up to the 42-yard line. Is now 1st and 10 from the 42. Tony Pollard tries to take it on the stretch, but he just has nowhere to go, and I need to figure out this run. I don't know what it is. I mean, I can't say I'm a horrible rusher as Jackson Dart is going deep for Calvin Ridley, and Ridley stopped. But I guess that's the best outcome we could have asked for because it was probably going to be picked anyway. That safety had a good play on the ball. Now 3rd and 12. Jackson Dart is sacked by Jordan Davis. Nowhere to go there. Now 4th and 22 at the 2-minute warning. Johnny Hecker, the all-pro punter, going to kick it away to Anquan, or shoot, I don't even know why I said that name. I don't know why I was thinking about Anquan Bolden there. That's my bad. It's now 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Fernando Mendoza. Oh my God. Almost threw a pick straight to Cody Barton, but he just dropped it there. It's now 2nd and 10 going for Mason Taylor. Again, he gets a 3-yard gain. Now 3rd and 7 from the 23-yard line. Fernando Mendoza in a gun bunch, dropping back to pass. Tried to go underneath for Mason Taylor again, but he got hit as he threw. Now 4th and 7 from the 23, looking to punt it away with Corey Bajorquez to a Kim Dike here, who will have a chance at a return. Tries to go back into open field. Oh, and he almost had a lane there, but Jets defender showed up from out of nowhere. We need some points before halftime. That is his 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Jackson Dart dropping way back to pass off his back foot, going for a wide open Kim Dike, who's into open field and into an open touchdown, going into the somersault backflip, whatever you want to call it. I'm not associated with cheer like that, but I know that cheer all the fans back at Nissan Stadium had after seeing that. Jackson Dart launching that off the back foot, like a little sidearm throw. That was kind of crazy to see. Is now 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Breesy Hall on the draw play, juking inside. He has an 8-yard gain, and he also has an amazing rushing game so far, as he has 4 rushes for 89 yards. Now 2nd and 2. Fernando Mendoza dropping back to pass, going underneath for Breesy Hall, but he cannot hang on as Cody Barton got there at the last possible second. Now 3rd and 2, play clock winding down. Fernando Mendoza going underneath for BC Hall again, who will have a first down and will be out of bounds to save some of the Jets' timeouts. Now at the 48-yard line, need about 10 more yards for field goal range for Charlie Smith as Fernando Mendoza is under pressure. Then it's picked off by Jeffrey Simmons, the big man, rumbling, bumbling, but not stumbling his way into the end zone, and he does a backflip. Oh my goodness. And now you're really hearing the cheers all the way at Nissan Stadium. Jeffrey Simmons, my man, what did you have in there doing that celebration? First of all, and he put on the Jets there after he got the pick, and just like that, this game has been turned upside down. Oh my goodness, James Williams Sr. tried to get a big hit stick there, and I thought it was a big hit stick, but unfortunately it did not land properly as Fernando Mendoza going underneath for Mason Taylor, who breaks one tackle, and he would be said out of bounds, but the Jets called timeout anyway just to make sure. Now 2nd and 7 from the 28-yard line. Fernando Mendoza loading up, going for Jarvis Smith, who has the grab and who has field goal range now for the Jets, who can tie this game up with a field goal being up and good right before halftime.
We thought we could go in with a 3 point lead, but it turns out we will go in with the tie unless Le'Veon Moss gets a kickoff return here, which he will have a chance at. He's breaking some ankles. He's off to the races. 2 men to beat. Oh my goodness. He almost got past him. Not for that extra Jets defender. We might have had a miracle kickoff return right before halftime, but Joey Sly out of the tie kicking it off here to Bolden, who will have a return. Bolden has some space, tries to take it right up Broadway. He will get down to the 37-yard line before being stopped. Now the Jets with a lit up Jeremiah Smith going underneath for Mason Taylor off the RPO. He gets a 5 yard gain. He has his fifth catch on the day for 35 yards. Now 2nd and 5, handing it off to Breesy Hall on the punch. Goes right up the middle, and he's over the century mark with only 5 rushes here for 101 yards. Now play clock winding down, going for Breesy Hall again into open field. He will be stopped by Marlon Humphreys, though, but that will not stop him from getting another first down. Now from the 34-yard line, Fernando Mendoza off the little jet touch pass to Adonai Mitchell, who will have another first down, and the Jets are driving here. They have everything on the Jets right now, all the fuel, and now 1st and 10 from the 22, but Breesy Hall will be stopped in his tracks, and well, he's not on the field here. That's their backup running back, who is a superstar, by the way. Mason Taylor gets the catch, and oh, he gets cut stick there, but not before he gets it to 3rd and 2. A short yard gain here from the 14-yard line. Fernando Mendoza throwing it into traffic. Amani Hooker could not get the right play on the ball, though. Garrett Wilson gets the grab. Now 1st and goal from the 1 yard line. Breesy Hall will not get there. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1 yard line. Breesy Hall back in motion. Fernando Mendoza going on the wide receiver screen. He has nowhere to go. And Jeffrey Simmons, the man who got a pick six, now has a sack. Now 3rd and goal from the 11-yard line. Play clock winding down. Fernando Mendoza rolling out of the pocket, going for a wide open Breesy Hall, who jukes back inside. And scores the touchdown. And we thought we had the goal line stop, but Breesy Hall breaks away again. And he has been playing amazing all day. But we just got to respond. 2 minutes left in this third quarter as Marcus Harris on the return gets it up to the 21-yard line. Now out of the single back formation, handing it off to Tony Pollard, who's going up the middle, has a first down, a tiny bit more. Now from the 33-yard line in the I form, handing it off on the stretch play to Tony Pollard, who tries to go outside, spins back in for a measly 2 yard gain in the run game. Showing up a little bit, not on that run there, but it's kind of coming in as we get it underneath to Chigoziem Okonkwo, who breaks one tackle, jukes for no reason, gets it up to the 48-yard line. This will likely be the last play of the third quarter off the pistol play action. Jackson Dart looking for somebody, going back for Alec Anumar, who's wide open. Alec Anumar gets it up to the 24-yard line, and it looks like we're driving, probably getting a potentially dry or game time touchdown here as we're going for Calvin Ridley. And I spoke too soon as it's picked off by Kobe Durant, the former LA Ram, getting it up to the 28-yard line. And Jackson Dart has officially made his first full mistake in a Titans uniform as Fernando Mendoza pitches it off to Breesy Hall there. He will have nowhere to go, and Breesy Hall would lose that X factor, but it doesn't matter. The superstar backup Keywan Lacey comes in anyway, who cooks our user, and Keywan Lacey's off to the races. Jukes back inside, but he will be tackled by the new acquisition, Benjamin Morrison, as Breesy Hall is out with some bruised ribs, but he'll probably be back before the game is over, and he's actually back right now as Mason Taylor gets a reception going out of bounds at the 25-yard line, or more, forced out of bounds. Is now it's 1st and 10 from the 25. Fernando Mendoza dropping back to pass, looking for somebody, rolling out of the pocket. He just throws it away. Now 2nd and 10. He kept that ball safe. 2nd and 10, way in field goal range here, almost at the red zone. Fernando Mendoza is almost sacked, and that rush is almost getting home just a millisecond too late. As now 3rd and 10 from the 25-yard line. No pass rush on this play. Fernando Mendoza looking for somebody, running out of time. He goes on a pass to, I don't even know who that was really targeted for, but he's lucky it wasn't Aaron, as now Charlie Smith takes the field goal to increase this lead from 7-10, and the Titans' hopes of getting Jackson Dart's first win in a uniform are kind of falling out of fruition here as Le'Veon Moss takes a juke move and a spin move, gets it up to the 28-yard line. But
being in this situation, like I said, I guess recent times when I've said it, it hasn't really come true. But we've been in this situation before. It might have been 2 years ago or 2 seasons ago with a different quarterback, but it's not something that most of this team hasn't seen before. As we go underneath to Alec Einmar, who has another grab on the day, he gets a first down now at the 43-yard line in the true five wide formation. Jets just staying in zone coverage. Jackson Dart going for the rookie receiver, Ian Strong. His first reception on the season. He dodges a tackle from Andre Cisco and he gets into the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now staying in a five wide formation, except Tony Pollard's on this time. Jackson Dart dropping back to pass. Jackson Dart going for Calvin Ridley, and it's going to be picked off again. This time, Percy Butler. And that is probably going to put our chances of getting back in this game over. And Jackson Dart might be a little frustrated after those last two drives, throwing basically two red zone picks when we had easy chances for touchdowns, trying to fit it in tight seams to Calvin Ridley, but it just does not work out. And Fernando Mendoza has a wide Adonai Mitchell, who will be off to the races, and nobody will even try to catch him. And he absolutely burned our zone coverage there. I mean, right off of the whip. I think Morrison there. We press show blitz. I just do show blitz on everything. And Benjamin Morrison came down, and as soon as the Jets guy hiked the ball, Benjamin Morrison he just did not move. I feel like actually nobody on my defense moved there. And by the time everything was like clear, Adonai Mitchell's already like 15, 20 yards down the field as Chickasee Okonkwo somehow makes that grab as it takes Jackson Dart over 300-yard mark as we hand it off to Tony Pollard on the first down, but only gets a 4-yard gain there. Now this will likely be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Jackson Dart dropping back to pass. He's rolling out of the pocket, going deep for Ridley again. He has a step, but Percy Butler makes a good jump and gets the swat. And fortunately for us, that was not the last play of the 2-minute warning. As oh my goodness, Jackson Dart throws it straight into the hands of Matt Milano, but I cannot say that was his fault. He was hit as he throws, and his third interception of the day will effectively end this game because we are not calling timeouts. We're just gonna let it go. And I can say that was a completely sold game by me. I mean, we could be 5-0 right now. I completely sold that. I don't know what I was really doing with some of those throws. I mean, the PA crossers one to Calvin Ridley, that was just fitting it into a tight window for honestly no reason. I just read the coverage wrong. I thought it was a cover two, so I would be able to high pass, but it turns out it was cover three. And anyway, that Mike linebacker came all the way back for some reason, but that was just a bad throw by me, misread coverage. And then on the Calvin Ridley one, I saw it was man coverage at the top. So I was like, oh, if Calvin Ridley gets a good cut move here, I'm gonna just try and dot this and go for an aggressive catch. But it did not work out. Obviously, his cornerback got a step ahead of Calvin Ridley and absolutely cooked us. So just some really errant throws by me that kind of sold Jackson Dart's first game in the Titans uniform because I can't lie, it was going good. He had what like 250 yards, two tutties, and no picks, and then it just absolutely farted in the fourth quarter. I mean, but we just got to get back at it, and I feel like officially that we're going into the bye week now. I know I said we were going into the bye week last week, and that didn't really happen, but we're officially going into the bye week now. So I guess that gives Jackson Dart some more time to really integrate into our system and get on it. But other than that, that's really going to be it for me in this video. When we come off of the bye week, we go right back to the division opponents with a game away at the a game at home versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then after that, we go on the road to Miami to take on the Dolphins CPU, which will be a lighter game for us and really a chance for Jackson Dart to get in it with the Titans. But other than that, that's going to be it for me in this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Drop a like, drop a sub, and peace out, yeah.